the neighborhood. Hi, I'm Yolanda Hinton. I am here on FYI Morning Show Live. I want to welcome our wonderful audience, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and over here, TikTok. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. As a matter of fact, go over to our YouTube channel. The newest one is FYI radio show host Yolanda Hinton. And you can always go to Crystal Records One, Cristo Records One. Like, share, comment, subscribe, follow me, and I promise I'll follow you back. What a beautiful, beautiful day. It is actually the weekend. It is Fun Friday, and we are so glad to be here. Speaking of who's here, my very special new contributor to FYI Morning Show Live Women's Series is Miss Fiona Huff, and she is the founder of I Jump Rope for them. She's the self-esteem queen. I want to say good morning to you, queen.
Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, everyone.
You look beautiful. I love the outfit.
Thank you. This is one of the pieces from my Tammy Extra collection, which is the fashion brand of the Self Esteem Queen. So yeah, thank
You know, I'm about to get me some ties, baby. I've been looking for I've been looking at your ties, and I'm like, wait a minute, these are absolutely fabulous.
thank you.
So
Yeah, I'm
yes.
but yeah, I have denim as well as upcycled men's ties that I give an extra twist for us women. Yeah.
Oh, well, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Let me just welcome the sponsors real quick. You all make sure you visit Bulvic Academy. That's www.bulvicacademy.com, BULVIC. Just go over there and check out all the things for youth, for students, for teachers. It's an anti bullying initiative, and it's a lot of nice books over there. Game is over there and much, much more. Make sure you check them out. It's bulvicacademy.com. Also, Beard Gods, BEARDGODZ. Get over there. Guys, you got a beard, hey, and you want it to look good, you want it to look fine, you want it to look like it's supposed to look, get over there, get some of those wonderful products, those balms, those oils, the vitamins over there, conditioners, shampoos, you name it. I tell you what, get on over there. I tell you what, ladies, get on over there if you have a husband or a boo or an uncle or a grandpa or a daddy or whatever, and make sure you get some of those wonderful products over there at beardgods.com. So look, we're back here with our contributor, self-esteem queen, Fiona Huff. Miss Huff, how are you doing this morning?
Well, my spirits are great. I was dealing with some allergies the wee hours of the morning, and so because I wanted to show up and show out for you and your lovely listening audience, I had to lay down and get myself together, which is one of the things so important when it comes to self care is listening to your body. So, um, because I took that 40-minute cat nap and just shut it down, I feel a lot better.
Very good. Are you an early bird? Are you someone that gets up early anyway?
I am. I get up early. I'm up at the crack of dawn. I normally get up 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, my body just wakes up and I have that quiet time and then I get busy.
Wow, that's early. I thought I was an early bird. I'm up at 6, but wow, that's really early. But I can imagine you getting the job done when you get up. You're ready for business.
Yeah, it's the it when I get up and I have that quiet time, it's for me, I believe that's the time where just God, He's speaking to me, and the creativity is there, and so I am intentional about taking advantage of every moment.
Absolutely. Fiona, tell our audience. I know some of them have seen you, have met you, and they've seen you here a few weeks ago. But tell our audience about you, and then let's talk about your organization, I Jump Rope for them.
Okay, so uh, the Self Esteem Queen LLC is a women's empowerment brand. The focus is supporting women and building up their self esteem, reminding us that we are qualified women embodying excellence now. We don't have to wait to become, we already are. Sometimes we just need those strategies and tools and reminders, to get us on track, and to push us. And then, of course, incorporating uh, wellness, our well-being, through jumping rope, and then of course fashion. I've always been a fashionista since I was a little girl with my hands on my hips. So all things empowerment, from wellness, fashion, education, entrepreneurship, is supporting the woman and remind her that that she's that it girl. She really
Yeah,
is. And for those tools so that she will stay encouraged.
absolutely. Educated, and you're an educator, a mom. I mean, you are really doing it. And your journey thus far has been inclusive of the community. You have served the community ever since I've known you, and I've known you for quite some time. I want to say thank you for what you do and just what you give to us. It is absolutely fabulous. You have a business, and the ties are fabulous. I can't wait to get my hands on some. Tell us about that and how did that come about, Fiona?
Um, well, I remember being at Norfolk State. So I majored in journalism at Norfolk State. I was there from 93 to 97. Um, Always into fashion. Me and a couple of my good girlfriends who became my sorority sisters, we would go to the thrift stores, and back then I was really into ties and like soccer gear, like like the soccer jerseys and so forth, and we just had our own style. So I never strayed away from the ties and so forth, but it was about 2 months ago, one of my good girlfriends, Rebecca Harris, she sent me a Instagram video of someone making ties. Because again, everybody knows that I love fashion, and she's always been encouraging me to tap into that crafting part. I've always been creative, vision boards, all those things, showing women how to, go into the thrift store with $20 and come out with the bomb outfits. But when she sent me the video, I was like, okay, I like this. And so I found myself after church in the CHK thrift store, the very thrift store that I was a processor for when I moved back to the Hampton Roads area in 2009, 2009, 2010. So I put on a video, a tutorial on YouTube, and I'm literally in the corner in the back of CHK thrift store on South Military Highway, and I happened to have a rubber band, and I
Mhm.
put together the tie as the woman was doing in the video, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I think I can do this," and it just took a life of itself.
Oh, wow. And are they beautiful? You have them spread out and just looking so fabulous. Uh, and also, I mean, you style your heels. I love this story about the heels. You said you've been wearing heels ever since you was a little girl. How cute.
I did. So my growing up in church, my grandmother was the chairwoman of the Deaconess Sisters, and my grandfather was the chairman of the Deacon Board. So I would, and my mother was a fashionista, so I grew up, being a cute girl. He would take me to J.C. Penney's and Sears and Roebuck. I'm telling him a young age, right? He would take me to those places, and he would buy my stuff. Everybody knew that Deacon Anderson was gonna have Sister Huff looking cute. So
Wow.
he took me to Sears and Roebuck, and he was like, I want you to try on these pumps. Back then it was called pumps, and though they were new to me because they had a little bit of a heel, And I looked at him. He was like, try them on. He said, because if you don't, I'm not buying you no more clothes. And I was not willing to take that chance because I love going shopping with my grandfather. Like, whatever I wanted when I was with him, I got. And so I wore them. Um, I think I must have been about 11, 12, and they got higher and higher by the time I got to Norfolk State. Higher by the time I got to New York. Um, because when I graduated from Norfolk State, literally 2 weeks later, I was in New York. I had an internship with the Source magazine. They got up to 4.5 to 5 inch heels, and outside of jumping rope and walking, I stay in heels. Like I it's if you see me in some flats and some sneakers, please know it's because I'm handling business, and a diva has to know she can't be up in the streets, of the Hampton Roads area all the time, with some heels on. Sometimes she got to put on the sneakers, but I
Yeah.
heels and fashion and feeds my self esteem.
Yes. Absolutely. I love heels myself, and I think I'll always wear heels. Sometimes I do a flat shoe, but it has to have some kind of heel on, a little teeny or something. But that's me too. But Fiona, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for answering the call and being with us. We are introducing the self care series, our women's series. This is usually what's in your closet, issues concerning women. But we want to kind of break it down to some specifics. And so you, along with some other ladies, are going to be joining FYI Morning Show or FYI After Dark. And we're going to talk about things concerning women. Today, we're going to talk about women's self care.
Mm.
And I wanted to, find out how you feel just about that word alone. When I hear that word self care, it makes me feel so good because women, as you know, Fiona, sometimes we're the last ones to take care of ourselves. Talk about self care with us a little bit.
Woo, okay. Self care is a state of emergency.
Wow.
State of emergency because and let's be clear. Self care is not about getting your nails done, getting pedicures, getting your hair done. That's grooming, and that's important in terms of our care. But self care gets a lot deeper. That's I've learned this over time, but especially over the last year, that self care is about having that carving out, being intentional about your peace, about honing into your health, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. Um, it's about setting boundaries. It's about saying no, not because you're being selfish, not because you're being mean, but because your peace matters. When we do not put ourselves on the to-do list, uh, on the calendar, we suffer, and that goes into affecting our physical and mental health. So self-care is about going to your doctor's appointments, making those appointments and keeping them.
Yes.
Self-care is letting the voicemail on our phones do what it do. Self-care is not making everybody's emergency hours, not taking on everybody's energies and dramas. And it doesn't mean that you can't be there for your friends and your loved ones, your associates, but it means you have to choose you first.
Ooh, absolutely. And it's not a selfish thing. It's something that's needed for us consciously to meet our own basic needs.
Right.
We can always do for others, but when it comes time for us, we are the last ones to get the care, the gentle care, or the consideration, or we're not. able to say, like you said, no, or we don't see things through for our own health. And so we go on and on and on, and we get to the point sometimes, Fiona, of burnt out, wherein we have not taken the time to do things that you've mentioned. What do you think women are in mental health? Because you have talked and advocated for women with and mental health needs for quite some time. This is not your first time talking about mental health. Where do you feel we stand? Are we in better places?
I think that we are, and I just go back to COVID. Before COVID, I had never had or heard of conversations about mental health and mental wellness. Um, so, when we were forced to be in our homes, and not to be able to see our loved ones and so forth, or to be in the house with people, and we can't, we don't have that break because we're stuck with them. You begin to feel claustrophobic, like, oh my gosh. So, um, but the conversation of, what, I'm not okay,
Mm,
and it's okay for me to acknowledge that. But now what we're doing is we are seeking therapy. Therapy is a
yes.
wonderful, I believe in a wonderful, profound, engaging, helpful therapist, a third party who will help you to unpack some things, especially what was in our childhood, because those things affect us into our adulthood, and we may not even realize it. So, um, saying I'm, real acknowledging that I'm not okay, and then seeking out solutions to get back to who we are. So
Yes.
I think that we're in a better place because we're having those conversations. I don't recall those conversations prior to COVID. COVID took a lot of people out. I don't,
Yes.
so people were impacted by even that. The loss of loved ones. One of my good girlfriend, she lost so many friends and family members, and it impacted her mental well-being
Wow.
because, like, loss after loss after loss. But she was wise enough to seek out some help, you know what I mean, so that she's not walking around not being okay. So I think that we're in a better place than we was pre-COVID.
I agree. And I also think about, I can go back and see where our moms, our grandmoms, those things were taboo. You didn't talk about mental illness. My goodness, they said, look, go to church or something,
Pray.
but they would not address it.
They would say, pray about it and get it together.
Get it together, pray about it, or and look, don't tell, keep it that we don't talk about that in the
Yep.
and especially in the Black community. We just could not find ourselves going to get any help, any counseling. I don't know why we figured we could handle it on ourselves. I know we're strong people, but it just seemed to make it worse. And the thought of it now being out in the open, because Fiona, we have celebrities talking about it, all kind of people talking about how they have to face, the issue of their mental health and stability. And it makes other people come out when you have those big names, big stars, or mothers or fathers able to say, "This is my problem." It makes others say, "You know what? I'm suffering with that too. Where can I go for help?" And so it has gotten better, and I'm glad it has.
Yeah, and that's why I jump rope for them advocacy initiative is so important, because um the correlation between our mental wellness and jumping rope is that when you jump rope, you're able to release, stress and anxiety, because you're concentrating on the rhythm of the jump. You feel accomplished after you jump. You realize that you have invested in yourself, so that helps to build your self esteem, and then you're investing in your physical well being as well. So you have all of those things, and I don't feel right if I have not jumped rope.
Oh, wow. So that's something that helps pull you together I love the idea of jumping rope and having a mission behind it. It's something that you're doing to preserve yourself.
Yeah, sometimes, I'm feeling away because let's be clear, just because I am the self-esteem queen does not mean I have those moments where I feel overwhelmed, I don't feel enough or whatever, but I am wise enough and I have those strategies in my mental wellness toolbox to
Yeah.
know, let me get my bestie out. Let me get my bestie out, and I tell my number one rider, my firstborn, Clara, I was like, let's go. And she
Yes.
already, that means I'm gonna jump rope, I'm gonna get her to record it, and then I'm going to share it with others to encourage them. Um, one skip at a time will make a difference. And I don't tell anybody to do something that I don't do myself. I know it to be a good thing.
Absolutely. Do you think women take advantage of resources and things that we have out here, education? I mean, these things can help us to become well-rounded. It's in self-care is something that will, these things will enhance. Do you think we take advantage of the resources? A lot of resources now for women.
Um, I think that we're beginning to seek out and find out what's out there.
Mhm.
Me, I've always been uh the person that wherever I am or whatever needs I have, I'm going to find those things that are going to help me. So I know that there are a lot of like-minded women who are like, you know what, I'm not okay. This is what's going on. I'm going to the good old World Wide Web, and I
Yes.
pull up a search because in this day and age, you pull up, you type a couple of letters. You go to YouTube University.
Yeah.
Good old YouTube University. I got my PhD in it. Okay, and so we're now finding things, and then of course making sure that it's from a verified and certified person. Doing your due diligence and making sure that is legit. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
I think that we're realizing that there's help out here, and a closed mouth don't get fed. So
Yes.
you want the help, you better believe that it's out here, but you have to be diligent in finding it. And I'm the type of person, and I don't think it's because I raised my children as a single mom, beginning in New York or not, but I've always been a go getter. I'm going to find whatever I need, from New York back to VA. I would make sure I found a church, I found a community center where my children play, soccer, tennis, all types of things. Um, just resources. I am big on resources. My children were always in art and gardening programs. With the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, the Brooklyn Museum. I'm gonna find out. The one thing that you cannot say about Fiona Sharon Huff is that I don't go out there and get it. I'm going to find out, and then not only am I going to find out to use it for myself, but I'm going to share it because it's not for me to keep. So I'm going
Absolutely.
to put out there and say, listen, this is what I found. Here you go. Now, what you do with it is on you.
Uh, Fiona, how do women build self-esteem? Now, when I think of you, I think about someone that is just intentional. It's like you just said, what I need, I'm going after. I'm going to take care of myself, my body. I'm going to, care for those around me, my neighbors, my community. How does a woman get self-esteem, and how do they get how can they become more well-rounded?
Self esteem is not born, it's
Ooh,
developed. So
oh,
the key word is intentional. So it's being courageous enough to say, you know what, I'm not feeling as good about myself. What can I do? And then hopefully, prayerfully having people that are in your reach to be able to seek that support. um and and I'm big on that. So I'm big on affirmations. I literally and I'm a colorful person, so I have all colored post-its, and I write I am, because anything that comes behind I am, if you speak it and you work on it, it is so.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, I mean, literally writing down, I am loved, I am enough, I am seen, and saying them and speaking them, putting them, in your phone, putting them on your mirror, and also recording stuff, because we love the voice of that radio person,
Yes.
um, that music that soothes us and put us to sleep. But when you hear your own voice, it becomes that much more potent. So, it starts with speaking. Who you are.
Absolutely. You said a very important word to support. Oh my goodness. I think we uh, can become more well rounded. We can feel protected, and our self esteem can be developed when we have people that support us. How important, Piana, is that village, that support system, those folk that, hey, rally behind you no matter what?
Listen, it is everything, and you don't have. Now, I'm a socialite. I know a lot of people, and I love a lot of people, and a lot of people love me. But it's that core group of women and or men that they ride for you. They pull for you. They push you. They support you. They check you, because they know who you are. And sometimes when we don't even see it, they're the ones that pour into us. Case in point, Zolika Sparks. She's my big sister. She has Bar Sparks Inc.
Mhm.
Um, she is my go-to, and she pushes and she encourages me, and she builds me up. She supports me as a sister, and as a businesswoman. She wants me to be my best self, and she challenges me. You know what I mean? And that's what you need in your corner. You don't need a yes girl.
Yeah,
You need
that's
a you need a all right, sissy, let's get it together. Okay, you done boo-hooed. Now what's next? What's the solution? You know,
yes.
and
You
then
you're Yeah, go ahead.
then also, one of uh your contributors,
Mhm.
um Lawanda Tillett. I have her saved in my phone as Diva. One time I went to type her name, and it didn't come up, and I realized I had saved it as Diva. We go back, ooh,
Yes, yes.
13 years, something like that. And so she's another one. We be up 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, building, supporting, and she's a woman of reason. Um,
Yes.
and sometimes, I have a little Norview in me and a whole lot of Brooklyn, and she'll be like, "Okay, Diva, get off the
All
get
right.
get out, Lawanda, if you're listening, what you say? Feet, get off the ledge."
Yes. Talking about a wonderful support system. Miss Lawanda Tillett's going to be with us, one of our contributors, as a matter of fact, on Monday.
Yeah.
And she is a loyal, a supporter. She is, I can't even describe her, but she is absolutely someone that had came into my life and just gave of herself for years. And I can't say enough about her. And I'm just blessed to know her and to know you as well. Um, I love the fact that you love sisterhood because you're actually a part of what, the Delta sorority.
Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Mm-hmm.
And that sisterhood, I mean, how does that help with you and self care and support?
Well, the sorority is international, so we're all over, and it's interesting because people will be like, "Oh, do you know so and so?" I said, "Do you not understand that it is an international sorority, and we are all over?"
Over. It's
we
so true.
but we recognize who we are. One of my line sisters, Lakeisha, I love her immensely, and we were sisters, if you will, before Delta, but uh, become coming into the sorority together bonded us even much more. But sisterhood, it even goes beyond the letters. Like I said with Zolika, um, ooh, she when I tell you, it could be, it doesn't matter what time of the day or night. When I call her, she is going to pick up,
Wow.
and if need be, she's going to pull up on me. You know,
Yes.
I have those sisters, those real sisters, that when they have not seen me post on any platform on social media, they're going to call. Case in point, one of my sisters, and I was honored to be one of her bridesmaids, Victoria, Vicky Vic is what she's known on Facebook. And she was like, okay, sis, I haven't heard from you.
Nice.
If I don't hear from you, me and your brother, which is her husband, we're gonna pull up." And Lawanda was a part of that.
Yes.
We
Yes.
and her sister Kim, they were going to pull up on me had I not posted, or they didn't know what's going on. Because so sometimes you have to know yourself, and you have to know when you need to fall back and just be to yourself. But for
Yes.
me, if I'm to myself, people are like, I start getting phone calls, like, and this is what people love you in real time, for real, and not just being members of a sorority, or being on social media. They are your
Yes.
they're your sisters. What they say, sister from a different mister. So
Yes.
they will. When I tell you the pull up, I they if that day had I not responded,
Yes.
they was prepared to pull up at my house. And at the time, I was living on Lois Lane. Now that's my line name in Delta. They were
Uh-huh.
about to pull up on Lois Lane
Ooh.
because they love me that much, and they know me. They know my pivots, my patterns. They
Yes.
know I'm gonna be up. Hey y'all, it's the self-esteem queen. Da da da. When it goes, they'll give me 1 or 2, 3 days. But if it gets to 4 and to the seventh, oh no.
Absolutely. Especially if you are a socialite and
Yeah.
everybody sees you and then all of a sudden you
You
ghost, you go away. It's like, okay, now we can think for a couple of days that that's self-care. But when it goes beyond a certain point, it's like, now wait a minute. Let's check on her to
mhm,
see if this is self-care or something else.
right, right.
Absolutely. You've talked about the physical, about the fact that we need, we take care of ourselves. We do this, that, and the other. We need to go to the doctor. We need to make sure we check our bodies for any warning signs of anything wrong. We talked about mental and emotional, making sure we, get together and get ourselves together when it comes to mental health. Fiona, can you talk about the spiritual aspect of our journey and our walk? Without that, oh, I don't know where I would be. Talk about the spiritual part of self care.
So you have to be in tune with yourself, and in tune with who I know to be the Lord.
Yes,
It's not about, because there is tradition and there is relationship. So I have a relationship with
yes,
the, you know I can talk to him transparently and be like, Lord, I'm not feeling it today. Like I really need for you. Lord, I'm not telling you what to do,
yes,
but I need for you to help me, because today is not the day, and it is not it. But that's having a relationship. It's being intentional.
yes,
Keyword is being intentional about, for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but with my spirituality, is reading the word, understanding what it says about me, On my forearms, I have Habakkuk 2:2 through 3, which is on my right forearm, right division, make it plain. And
Yeah.
on my left forearm, I have Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So I have, I have about four, five. I think I have about 5 tats. And so these texts particularly they have true meaning. Like I'm armed with the word. I had my running joke, I'm armed with the word, like literally. I know I
Yes.
go to the word when I'm feeling away. I go to the word, or I'll go to YouTube University and find me a video to watch, or I'll do a replay from Impact Worship Center, which my pastor is Dr. Bernetta C. Williams. So it's about having a relationship with the Lord. Like I said, for me, Jesus Christ, that's who I serve. I can't speak for anybody else, but having that relationship with whoever your source is, so that you stay connected, because we're spirit beings. We have
Yes.
this flesh, but we are spirit, and you have to tap into your spirit. And sometimes that means that you have to get quiet and you have to remove yourself. Like, I love, you know spirituality also lends itself to having those walks. um
Yes.
so walking, I love to walk, because when I walk, I'm communing with God, which I'm also pouring into my physical and my mental, because I'm
Yeah.
walking, I'm getting some things out, and you feel better. Like one day, me and Anna Petaway. She's one of the organizers for Girl Trek here in the Hampton Roads area for the Norfolk Virginia Beach chapter, and me and Clara are actually the first crew leaders for the chapter. And so one day we went to the beach, the oceanfront, and we saw the sun rise,
Mm.
and it was so beautiful that when we
Yeah.
got there, it was so early, but to see it come up in
Yeah.
real time, that's God. you know
Yeah.
uh, we were they had a hopscotch area, and she recorded me doing hopscotch. That's from my childhood, just I'm out there with the water. I love the water. I should
I
be
know.
a
Yes.
water baby. I love the water. I love my feet touching the sand, and all that. Is a spiritual connection. Hearing the waves. The letting the wind feel against your skin. You just find yourself in such a state of peace, and that is so important. And that's where spirituality comes in. It's like just getting quiet and just letting God speak to you. And that's why the mornings are so important. Everybody sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, but that's my time where He's talking to me, and through Him talking to me, I can create. Like, I was up to the wee hours of the morning, making denim ties, from jeans. But that's the spirituality He was speaking to me. I'm in my zone, and when you have a spiritual connection, you cannot fail. Your mental wellness cannot fail if you're
Yes.
connected.
This is the truth. That is so true. That connection is key. Connecting to the light, connecting to something higher than yourselves, and connecting to the Word, and it's just what we need in order to get through our day. Let's talk a little bit before we go, and before we go, we want to make sure we mention your business and how people can reach you, and how they can order your ties and things like that, get involved with your organization. But there's some of the things that handicap our self-care. One thing that I can think of is absolutely not setting boundaries. Letting people walk all over you. Not being able to say no. What are some things maybe you can think of, Fiona, that can kind of stunt our self-care?
It's interesting that you asked that question, Yolanda, because I have a wonderful answer.
Yes.
Um, if people will go back to Wednesday, I did so every Wednesday, and I'm striving to be more consistent. Sometimes life be lifing, but working through that.
Yes.
But Wednesdays is midweek check-in, and that's the time of the week where I'm checking in, tapping in on our mental, how we're doing, how we're feeling, what's going on, and to give a good word to help us usher through the rest of the week. So this week's message was limit their access.
Wow.
Limit
Wow.
their access. I promise you. Limit their access because people will pull from you until you are depleted. They will use you. They will mishandle your friendship. They will uh, overstep.
Yes.
They will disrespect. If you don't have boundaries. So you have to put those boundaries in place. You have to say no, mean it, and stand on it, and be unapologetic about it.
Yes, because you can be pulled all kind of ways. And then the thing about it, when you have specific things that God wants you to do, you'll find so many people coming in your life pulling you away from those things. Especially if you have that good heart, that kind heart, that giving heart, you're gonna want to, pay attention to what others are doing. You want to, help them to get where they need to go. In the meantime, self-care has gone out the window. Your vision and the things that God wants you to do is way back there. You're supposed to be way up there. And so we do have to kind of like shut it, shut it down, shut the door, or either create boundaries where you can get done the things that you need to do for your self care. And along the line, definitely can help others. You will be able to definitely help others. There are so many more things that we can talk about, but we're going to reserve that for some other time. I want Fiona for you to absolutely have the last say about self care, anything that you can think of that you want to say to our audience. And then I want you to tell us how we can get your goods, how we can buy your goods. What can we do to get some of those beautiful things that you have?
I will say this as a last and powerful statement, at least for my segment in terms of self care. It is a state of emergency.
Oh,
Starts now. So if you are under, as they say in the church, the pastor say in the church, if you are under the sound of my voice, please start right now by saying yes to you. Say yes to yourself. Speak it out loud, like literally. Sometimes they don't believe it. You have to speak it out loud because it is so. It is so when you speak it out loud and then put those actions behind it. Create those boundaries. Like my cutoff game and my boundary level is pristine, but it took some time. It took getting exhausted and burnt out from others
yes.
for me to recognize that no, this is not okay. Being a friend is one thing, but being used is another. And I'm about my Father's business. So just like Jesus, listen, you don't. Please let me be in my heels. I don't want to have to turn over no tables. I'm just saying, let me be great, you know. Let me be great. I said, don't let the heels fool you. Let me be great. But but what we're not gonna do is you're not going to pull from me. So yeah, so that's on that. So set the
Uh-huh.
boundaries. Go back and watch, or either on Fiona Trying to Help, my personal Facebook page, or the Self Esteem Queen pages on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, X, um, Facebook. Yeah, you'll find it. I had to listen to it again for myself to just let it really set in. Limit the access. So that's that. On tomorrow at 9 a.m., I'll be at Mount Trashmore. So you can meet me near the stage. This will be my second time doing my jump rope meetup. We're gonna jump rope
Yes.
from 9 to 10, so 1 hour power hour, and so every second Saturday of the month, we'll be meeting up. at Mount Trashmore to jump rope. Now, as the weather gets cooler and it goes to winter, I am looking to partner with a gym so that we can actually be in house. But for the Self Esteem Queen, which you have the Self Esteem Queen Walk Challenge, tie me extra ties. Happy hoop earrings, which I'm also wearing. Happy hoop earrings that designed. I jump rope for them. You can find all of those. I jump rope for them and the Self Esteem Queen on X, Facebook, YouTube, um, Instagram, and the ties. You can see them actually just posted me pairing the ties. Some of the ties that I recently designed or upcycled. So you can find them on all of my pages. Anything about what I'm doing, the mission of empowerment, you can find Fiona Sharon Huff, the Self Esteem Queen, or I jump rope for them. I jump rope for them is I jump rope the number for them.
Absolutely. Miss Fiona Huff, thank you so much for being on. We look forward to
I got
talking
the
with you again. Go ahead. We look forward to you coming on again, Fiona, and just blessing us. You have so many things that God has given you for us in your journey. I'm sure you're just full and just thank you for being willing and able to be a part of it so our audience can get things that can help them to thrive and survive and be motivated. You're a blessing. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I told you that there are a few people that will get an immediate yes, and you are one of those persons because you are doing the work. So I will always support whatever you have going on. I'm honored that you thought enough of me to ask me to be a part of this. So yeah, it's always a yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Look, we got so many folks wishing you well. We got a whole host of folks over here on TikTok, Kiana, saying hello. We got folks on Facebook. Hello, how you doing, Sheila? I know you over there. Look, Clara. I see Clara over here on Facebook. Hi, Clara. Shout out to Clara and your son. You've done a wonderful job with them as well. Instagram, TikTok is blowing us up as well. We got Xair 233 over here. DH Raj DAS 260. A host of folks. I'll go through. Look, I'll say hello and shout you all out in a minute over here on TikTok and everywhere. We're just blessed by you all that come on. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support. Fiona will be back. And sometimes you may see her on our FYI After Dark. It's her choice, how she wants to schedule to speak with us. And so we're just blessed again by having her. And you all make sure you get in contact with her. Make sure you get her information so you can look at some of the beautiful things that she has. Also, her initiative, I Jump for Them, is beautiful. You all support her. You all support her. This is not her. She's not new out here. She's been really on the grind and really giving herself to the community for quite some time. I met her, she was doing an anti-bullying initiative, and from there she's been going on and on and on and on with you all in mind. It haven't been just self-serving. Yeah, it's self-care. She's gonna definitely take care of herself, but definitely she has served others, and I just want to thank her so much for taking her precious time and being with us and giving us words of life. Fiona, you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk with you soon.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you all, everyone.
God bless you, dear. So, look, guys, thank you so much for being on. Let me shout some of these folks over here on TikTok. TikTok, y'all always blowing the thing up over here. You all are marvelous. Let's see, let me get my eyeballs right. I think it's PEY Simmons for, let's see, Aura, let's see, RJ. Hello, Big Steve. What's going on? Ferg, what's going on? You need to give me some updates on what's happening. Let's see, Yolanda, hi, Nay. Um, Ono, is it Ono? Am I seeing that right? I think I am. Uh, Chill with the 92. Cute names. Brand, hi. Ella, what's going on? Let's see, what else? Who else? King Caddy. Is that King Caddy? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Forgive me. Somebody said, I like your teeth. That is sweet. You all are beautiful. Brandy. Let me see who else. Uh, my beautiful Nakia. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Look, I miss you. Love to the family. Let's see who else. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see, who else? Someone wants to give me a rose. That is the sweetest. Perez, what's going on? MLW Music. Hi. Olivera, is that how I pronounce it? Olivera. Hi. Mary, hello. Doc Henny Man. Hi, Henny Man. Leon Smith. 6719. What's going on? Is it Chain? I think that's it. Somebody said, shut up. Is that your name? I hope it's your name. I hope that's your name, honey. Let's see. Who else is up here? Um, I can't see what that is. Somebody said you look great, ma'am. Thank you, Mercedes. Thank you. So, Diego says hello, hi, hello to who else is this? Just so many wonderful folk here. Um, TEHA, I believe that's what I see. Chocolate dough. What else? Let's see. Chocolate dough. I can't see the rest of 511. Parker, El Sabroso. Don't. I don't know if it's right, but that's what it looks like. Hi to all you all. Somebody said Jesus is the truth. Sheila, Dr. Sheila, what's happening? So many of you all that are on. So much encouragement. Trey, thank you so much. MC, True, thank you. IDK, let's see. Who else? Who else? Jeremy, Bravo, Dr. Mayor, I think that's it. Dr. Mayor, I think that's it. Edwina Coleman. All you all, thank you, my beautiful friends over there on Facebook. Sometimes I see if you all say something in the chat, I can shout you out. And if I don't see your name now, later on, I will say something to you, send you a heart or something like that. And just thank you all for so much that you do and joining me and taking your time to be a part of what I do. Let's see some upcoming shows real quick because I have to go. And so, look, we got Angela Simmons that's going to be with us, one of our contributors for our women's series. LaWanda Tillet's going to be Monday, FYI, after dark. So don't miss it. I'm going to announce it. You all make sure because LaWanda is another one that has been just her journey has. Her experience and her journey is for women. You know, the things that she's gone through, the things that she does, the giving heart. She's just a giver. She's just a server. She just, ooh. But we want to know when we talk to her, how does she balance it? How does she take that loving heart and make sure for others and make sure she gives just enough, but give to herself as well? We want to find that out because I'm telling you, she is a person that will give you anything that she has. She will serve till she can't serve no more. I mean, she's a beautiful young woman, and I can't wait to talk with her and let her share her journey, her life, and self care, which is the topic of this series, to share that with us. So we have Angela Simmons coming, we have Miss LaWanda Tillett, we have some other ladies that will be coming down the line. In the meantime, I'm excited and thankful to these beautiful women that will take their precious time and be a part of what we do here at FYI. For your information, motivating, encouraging, and energizing you all to rise above mere survival and find success. That's the mission of FYI Morning Show Live. So, in the meantime, again, we have those ladies coming on Monday night. Don't forget, Miss LaWanda Tillett at 6 p.m. on all social media platforms. We're gonna have our back to school segment. Look, you all ready for those babies to go back to school? I tell you what, they under the bed shaking. They really don't want you to talk about school right now. Neither do the teachers or the counselors. My daughter and another friend, her friend Lulu, will be here. Miss Christian, let me see, I don't want to mess that name up. Anyway, they're going to be here. They're going to talk about uh, school, preparing those babies for school, preparing the parents for school, some of the things that that we should keep in mind every school year. You know, every school year is a challenge. Every year, a school year is different, and they'll be on real soon to talk about tips that's going to help uh, folks. As Miss Hinton is going to be there, Miss Lulu is going to be with us. And also, we're going to continue with our men's series. Did y'all get a chance to look at the men's series? If you haven't, roll back to Wednesday, and we had Cletus Cassidy. He's a comedian, and he's known all throughout the country. He's been with some of the great comedians and actors. And get a chance, just rewind and get back over there on my Facebook page or social media page, YouTube, and see our Mondays segment of our men series, and talking about the married man, talking about the single man, and talking about the divorced man, their journey and their experiences, and things that can help men, and help everybody to kind of like see the picture of what it looks like and what are some of the things that uh, they are you know some of the things that they do in order to really make things work in their life, or mistakes that they've made and they've learned from, things that they would do different. What does it take to be a good man, a married man? What does it take to be single? What does it take, to rebound after a divorce? These are the things that we'll be talking about in that series for men. Let's see, Chris Hinton is going to be here with Real Estate 2026. We're going to do Money and More again. We're going to also have Jason Baker, hopefully in September, cryptocurrency and sports talk. Okay, look, are y'all checking it out? Brian Fuller, get yourself ready, because not this Monday, but next Monday, I need Brian Fuller to be on with me co-hosting and talking about what's going on in sports. It's a lot of drama, but also the fact that the NFL is gearing up and having some of their pre games and doing some things, getting prepared for practice and all that kind of stuff is so exciting. Make sure you have your teams, your rah rah, and let's get ready to have a good time for this NFL season. And much, much more. So look, don't forget to follow me. If you have not been over to TikTok, get yourself over to TikTok at Yhinton, Yhinton, and follow me. I'm following you all back. No excuse. So follow me. Help me to get some of these numbers up, especially over there at YouTube at Crystal Records One, Cristo Records One, or either FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. Of course, I'm on all the Facebook pages in all the world. I mean, so many pages over there on Facebook, personal pages, fan pages, FYI pages. Also over on Instagram, the same thing. You can find me at Yolanda Hinton or FYI Radio Show, Twitter, all those places. LinkedIn, we're there. We're there. So make sure you follow, and I promise I will follow you back. We'll also have Around the Town and Summer Fun. I don't want to forget about that. But I tell you what, it's time to go. I want you all to enjoy your weekend, and make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you put yourself first. It's not a selfish thing. It's something that you need to do to preserve your life. protect your energy, and be the best you can be. So, look, TikTok, it's time for you to go. Let's see. Let me see. We'll see you all soon. I want you to be blessed and get back here with me on this Monday coming up, and it's going to be a really wonderful, wonderful show. Thank you for joining me. Applause to you. Yes. Okay, so we're going to see you all. Take care, and thank you for joining me. Thank you, Miss Fiona Huff, for all that you do. And thank you for contributing to our new series. See you all.
Where I am now.